On January 10th, 2002, Laken Riley was born into this world to her loving family. Tomorrow would have been her 23rd birthday. She should be celebrating with her family, blowing out candles on a birthday cake, and filling her loved ones' lives with the joy she spread so effortlessly. But instead of celebrating another year around the sun with friends and family, instead of figuring out what her next steps in life would be, which had limitless potential, instead of achieving her dreams of becoming a nurse, tomorrow we will mark the first day she isn't here with us on this side of heaven. Nobody knew Laken and the light she shined on all those around her like her family. So I'd like to read a statement from Allison and John Phillips, Laken's mother and stepfather. It's impossible to fully describe what was taken from Laken and from our family on February 22nd, 2024. Laken's life was abundantly and exceptionally full of promise. She was beautiful, shining beacon in the life of everyone who knew her. Not only did the people who knew and loved her lose a beautiful soul, but so did our world. Laken shared her love for Jesus with everyone she encountered. Laken's passion for sharing her faith through acts of kindness were felt by everyone she met. Laken was selfless, hardworking, and made those around her feel special. Laken did not just talk about her faith. She led by example. A truly special person. Laken Riley was, as we can hear in Allison and John's heartfelt words, just incredible. There was no reason at all, that she should no longer be with us. Her killer, who came to this country illegally, should have never been in the United States. And once he had been arrested for multiple crimes before committing the most heinous, unimaginable crime, he should have been detained by ICE immediately. Had that been the case, Laken's family and Laken herself would face a very different reality. They'd be celebrating a birthday, not approaching the 1-year anniversary of her murder. The Laken Riley Act will help prevent other families from experiencing this unimaginable heartache. I was proud to introduce this bill in the Senate with Senator Ted Budd of North Carolina. With his support and leadership, along with Majority Leader John Thune and the entire Republican Senate Conference, along with support came from across the aisle from Senator John Fetterman and Ruben Gallego. I am grateful for the tremendous leadership of Georgia Congressman Mike Collins, who originally introduced and led this piece of legislation in a bipartisan passage in the House, not once, but twice, literally lapping the Senate. When you look at Representative Collins, that is a true servant leader. He saw an issue that occurred right there with his constituency. His heart broke alongside theirs. And then he didn't just talk about it, he did something about it. Representative Mike Collins put pen to paper. He said, we are going to create a solution. We're going to make sure that no family has to experience the heartbreak that Laken's family is enduring. That type of leadership is what every member of this body should strive for. As it is already the case under current law for various types of criminal activities, our bill would require U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement to detain illegal aliens who commit theft-related offenses, and would mandate that these illegal aliens are detained until their removal from the United States before they get the opportunity to commit further graver crimes. I want to be very clear. Only individuals that would be subject to this bill are criminal illegal aliens. These individuals crossed our border illegally, and then they committed a crime after getting here. That's who we're talking about. Our bill would also ensure that states have standing to bring civil action against federal officials who refuse to enforce mandatory detention and enforcement provisions of our current immigration laws, as well as statutory limitations on grants of immigration parole, or officials who violate those laws. I know, and my colleagues know, our bill is necessary as it is straightforward. The House, as I mentioned, has lapped us in the Senate by passing this twice under the leadership of Representative Collins. And unfortunately, when we tried to move it here, Democrats repeatedly blocked our attempt. Senate Democrats actually didn't even give this a committee hearing or a markup. Let's learn from those mistakes. To my Democratic colleagues, I implore you to see reason, to see Laken's face, and to think about the potential consequences if you choose to block this again. I once again want to read the words of Laken's mother and stepfather, Allison and John Phillips. The Laken-Riley Act has our full support because it would help save innocent lives and prevent more families from going through the kind of heartbreak we've experienced. Laken would have been 23 on January 10th. There is no greater gift that could be given to her and our country than to continue her legacy by saving lives through this bill. Every single member of Congress should be able to get behind this purely common sense bill that will make our country and communities safer. So to my colleagues, please listen to Allison and John, understand their pain, hear their pleas for action. They need us to pass the Laken-Riley Act. Every American family needs us to pass the Laken-Riley Act, and they deserve it. Today, on the eve of what should have been Laken Riley's 23rd birthday, let's honor her legacy and advance a bipartisan bill that will help us save American lives. Thank you, Mr. President. I yield the floor.